Hi, I'm Sam Thurgan and welcome to my 2-minute parasha. In this week's Sidra of Acharei, we read about the famous verse that these are the mitzvot Hashem gives us, v'chai bahem, and we will live by them. There are many different elements of it. On a halachic level, the Talmud tells us that these are mitzvot that we live for and not die for. You usually violate almost any mitzvah in the Torah in order to save somebody's life. There's the other aspect that the Kotzker Rebbe says that the mitzvot should be full of life and should not be done with routine or drudgery, but with energy, enthusiasm, and a personal sense of meaning. But there is a third element to this that the Sfat Emet Rabbi Yehuda Leib Altar mentioned, which is that life is a seeming reward for the mitzvot of the Torah. You do these mitzvot, you will have life. And he says, well, is that really the Torah philosophy? Doesn't it say in Pirkei Avot, do not be like slaves who serve the master for the sake of receiving the reward. Our service to Hashem is not in return for what He has promised us. And how do we reconcile that with the Torah telling us, oh, you do the mitzvot, you will get life? The Sfat Emet differentiates between a reward for what you do, something that is an external reinforcement for this action, and the consequence, the natural, inevitable consequence of the action itself. I will give you an example. As a teacher, imagine somebody says, if you teach these students really well, your reward will be that they will understand. That's not a reward for teaching. That is the goal of teaching. And so says the Sfat Emet, when the Torah tells us by doing the mitzvot, you will have life, meaning spiritual life, connection to Hashem, a deep sense of purpose and closeness to the Creator. That, he says, is not a reward for the mitzvot. That is the mitzvah. Schar mitzvah, the reward for the mitzvah is the mitzvah. The natural consequence is what we're talking about over here. By fulfilling the will of Hashem, by making His will our will, by embodying in our own lives the desire of our Creator, we are connecting ourselves to spiritual life, purpose, and connection to the divine. And that is separate to a reward, because that is what the mitzvot themselves are. Shabbat Shalom.